LaSalle Stadium, Cherry Creek looking for their 9th state championship against Mullen's Mustangs, looking for its first 5A championship. They won 3 championships back in the 80s, but they were in a smaller school classification. You couldn't have a better day for football, and we've been warned that snow's on the way, but right now, 34 degrees, feels warmer with the sun out. The wind's not a factor at all at 10 miles an hour. The humidity at 20%. They say clear and cold, but it's comfortable right now. And let's hope if the storm is coming, it stays away for at least a couple of hours. We'll check in with the coaches. There's Mick McCall, Reg, in his 5th year at Mullen.
5th year at Mullen, and he's coached at some colleges, had some time, and he was at Douglas County High School before he came here. But he said that he loves coaching out here. He loves working with these players. And he said the best part of this, getting to the state game is great, but he said the journey has been very valuable in watching some of these kids grow and develop. On the other side of the field is Mike Wolford at Cherry Creek. His 9th season as a head coach, but he's been on this coaching staff for 27 years. And he said just the stability of this coaching staff with the number of guys they have here, been there year after year after year, is part of what has been the cause of their success, getting to the state championship game year after year.
All right, we are ready for the kickoff, and Mullen will be kicking off. Let's quickly just talk a little bit about the mindset of teams when they find out a star player is not in there. For Mullen, they lose their star player. How do they handle it?
Well, I think that they have a very good team besides both states, but they got to have a bunch of guys who are going to step up. Their backup tight end has to do a good job. Their quarterbacks, their running backs, everyone just has to have the mindset that we're going to do a little bit more to make up for the absence of Bo.
All right, kicking off will be Derek Smith for Mullen. The deep men, Gibney, he's 19, and 11, Aaron Randolph. And we are set to go on a letter-perfect day for football. Glad you're with us. The 5A championship game just about to start here at Mullen High School. A terrific crowd on hand. They brought in extra bleachers for it, and they filled those bleachers. So here we go. Football on a Saturday morning in Denver with the Colorado State Championship on the line.
Here we go, Frank! Here we go, Frank!
Smith's kick will send Gibney into the end zone. In high school ball, once the kickoff crosses the goal line, it's an automatic touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Cherry Creek to start our game.
Well, you know these players are excited coming out for this game. This is what you play for. When you're in high school, you want to get to the state championship. This is the biggest game of their lives. For a lot of these guys, they're seniors, the last time they're ever going to play.
Ryan Strain is the quarterback with Maurer, Alfano, Cantalamesa. He'll get the ball a lot, Pulse, and Haley. The line, Tom Abreu, and he's a terrific left tackle. Nobles, Nebreghi, Frost, and Thompson. Cherry Creek to the line for the first offensive play from scrimmage. The lineup in the eye, 1st and 10. Cantalamesa on the right side. Running into Ricky Fast, number 33, and Jorge Turin, number 92. He got a couple of yards on the play.
That's going to be the challenge for Cherry Creek today, to see if they can get some running going on this strong Mullen defense.
All right, you take a look at the Mullen defense with Richardson, Cox, John Hawk. He's a very good one. Taylor Ryan and Jorge Turin. He'll stand out too, number 92. Aloysian Fast, the secondary, Kinney, Madrid, Shaw, and Clinton. 2nd down and just about 7. It's Jordan Cantalamesa again trying the left side for the 1st down, up over the 35 to the 36-yard line before he stopped on the play by Ricky Fast. 6'1 linebacker, 173-pound senior.
And that's the kind of runner Cantalamesa is. He comes out, he's not a flashy guy. He just comes out, he's a very strong runner. Is able to get about 10 or 12 yards on that carry. And it's impressive that this Cherry Creek team was able to move that big Mullen defensive line.
Just one man in the backfield, that's Pulse. They have wide receivers, 3 of them, to the right side of your screen. And Pulse, the fullback, up the middle, and Turin has him after a gain of a yard.
Not much running room there. And that's one of the things that Mullen has right now. On their defensive line, I think they're averaging about 265 pounds. On Cherry Creek's offensive line, their biggest player is 225 pounds. So it's going to be an interesting matchup to see if Cherry Creek can consistently overpower those bigger guys to get some movement on the ground.
And the officials called a timeout. Hawk came out, I think, with some kind of equipment problem. So Mullen brings in a replacement for their fine linebacker. And Ryan Christiansen comes in to replace Hawk at the linebacker spot. Ready to go again. 2nd down play coming up. Football at the 36-yard line. First pass to the game. On the slant, he has his man. Now they say it's incomplete. The pass intended on the near sideline for Eric Haley. He short-hopped it. Derek Make-It-Assad Clinton covering on the play. One thing about Cherry Creek, Reg, they don't try and fool you. They come out, they'll run Cantola Mesa, give it to the fullback, and Strain doesn't throw all that many times, generally about 15 times a game. 3rd and 10. And on 3rd and 10, they go to Cantola Mesa, and there's nothing there. Nothing but Mullen defenders on the play. Mike Madrid, a fine hitter, up from the safety position. Number 8 making the stop on the play, a senior, 6 feet, 160 pounds. And Creek's drive has been stopped. They got 1 first down. Now they've got to kick it away.
Now they kick it away, and one of the things I talked to the coach with Cherry Creek yesterday, Mike Wolford, and he said one of the things he's concerned about, he doesn't want to fall behind early in this game. They've gotten behind so far this playoffs, but have been able to dig themselves out of a hole. He says Mullen's too good a team to get behind again, so we'll see how they do here.
And look at Clinton doing just fine, thank you, on the punt return over midfield into Creek territory to the 49-yard line. Nick Reed made the stop. McCann's punt played very nicely by Clinton and a 44-yard return.
You know, this is just great blocking by the Mullen blockers, and then he does a good job of avoiding a tackle there and getting it up. It looks like it's probably about a 20, 25-yard return that he put together there, but that was just great blocking by that team. It's a 44-yard punt.
Gotcha. All right, 44-yard punt to 25-yard return. Football to the 49-yard line. That's pretty good field position for Mullen to start their drive. Jared Burley is the quarterback, and the play action, and Jared wants to throw. He's got his man. Terrific catch made by Tim Liley, and he's to the Creek 30-yard line before John Tybee able to make the stop on the play. And Liley comes up shaken up after being hit on that play.
And Mullen couldn't have asked for a better situation. They come out, they get the big punt return, then they go with a little play action play here, able to get the big pass completion right off the bat. And, you know, this type of game is all about momentum, and if they can get the momentum going early, it's going to work for them. What
a terrific catch, and Liley really stretched out on that one. He knew he was going to take a hit. Football to the 31-yard line, first down. This is Bond. Vern Bond, running room inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. Justin Gibney making the stop on the play from his defensive back position.
We'll see a lot of Vern Bond today. He is their guy. I think he carried like 30 or 31 times last weekend and just runs the ball a lot. He's a little guy, 5'7", but very strong. One of the strongest guys pound for pound on their team.
All right, you see the offense for Mullen with Burley and Wiley, Chisholm, Smith, Bond, and Ruff will occasionally be in there at the running back. Kelly, Mitchell, Slavey, and Sixbury. Don't forget Kip Sixbury, a fine left tackle, number 66. Man in motion to the bottom of your screen. Burley, all sorts of time. The little dump off to Bond. First down and a lot more. He's to the 10-yard line. Now to the 5. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Mustangs.
What a great move. I mean, this is the Mullen offense creating here. Quarterback drops back. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see his first receiver or second receiver. Dumps it off to Vern, and Vern makes a guy miss in the open field to get it in for a touchdown. And the exact thing that Mike Wolford was worried about with Cherokee falling behind early. They're down 7-0, but they have a history of being able to come back.
Derek Smith will try the PAT. Mullen wasted no time. A 49-yard drive as you take another look at the play.
He just dumps it off, and now you got him out in the open field against a cornerback. Great move right here to make him miss, and great strength getting out of that tackle to get into the end zone.
Yep. Breaking out of the hole to Justin Gibney. The PAT is good as they come back up the field. We've got a timeout. 8:52 to go. We're in the first quarter, and Mullen's wasted no time. They've driven 49 yards for the opening touchdown. Mustangs lead 7-0.
Nice door. Garage doors. I love them. I'm the Ankmar door guy. That's a beauty. The Ankmar Renaissance 2000. And here comes the legend with a LiftMaster door opener. I can tell it's a LiftMaster by how smooth it operates. Ooh. Obviously not an Ankmar. You probably don't think much about garage doors until you need one. When you do, think Ankmar, the door of choice.
Receive a second remote free with any LiftMaster purchase.
Ankmar doors. You gotta love them.
you see a warehouse. We look deeper to spot the hole in your workers' comp program. With Colorado Compensation Insurance, you'll have your own team of experts getting to know your business, searching for ways to prevent accidents, reduce claims, and get people back to work. They'll work with you to improve safety, reduce paperwork, and lower your premiums. Ask your broker for a quote or call us directly. CCIA, a whole new way of looking at workers' comp.
Reggie, one thing Mick McCall, the Mullen coach, told us before the game was he was hoping to be able to get some short fields, good field position. Mike Wolford wanted very much to make Mullen force them in the long drive, 75, 80, 85-yard drive. Well, so far it went Mullen's way.
Well, absolutely. Mullen comes out, stops them on the first drive, and then gets a great punt return to set themselves up, and then has a very quick scoring drive. So we'll see what Cherry Creek is able to get going right here after this kickoff.
Derek Smith kicking off for the second time in 4 minutes. He'll drive it into the end zone again. You can't return that one. Again, once it crosses the goal line, it's an automatic touchback. First down for Cherry Creek, and Cherry Creek's being forced to drive the length of the field. They've got an 80-yard situation coming up here as they get the ball first and 10 at the 20.
From a psychological standpoint, Cherry Creek has the advantage of having been behind in some of their playoff games already this year. They get behind against Fort Collins. I think they were behind against Ponderosa, and they were able to come back and put together wins to get to the state championship. So they're in familiar territory, and they have a lot of confidence. Again, we see the score by Vern Bond here, and just a great play by him, and I think we're going to see a lot of him today.
Yeah, Bond's done it 3 times now, and Gibney hasn't made that tackle yet. All right, here's the pitch to Cancelo Mesa. Around the left side. Knocked out of bounds. They say he stayed in bounds, but knocked down at about the 24-yard line. John Hawk and Mike Madrid able to make the stop on the play.
And we have a flag down on the field.
John Lothrop is the head of our officiating crew. The entire crew, by the way, from Longmont. John is the referee, and he'll make the call. Creek guilty of holding on the play, already huddling up there in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Now, Coach Wolford with Cherry Creek says that every team that they faced this year has been physically bigger than them. They're not a big team. He said they've gone to a zone blocking scheme in their running game and in their passing game, the Nebraska
Holding
zone blocking.
on the offense. Still first down.
And so what they try to do, rather than have one-on-one matchups, they try to use a zone scheme to move some of those bigger players. And I think they're going to have a big challenge with Mullen today, and so far haven't had a lot of success, but it's early.
And again, they're a team that prefers not to have to throw the ball, not to be forced to throw it. They like to throw it on their terms. This is first and 20. First man going through, I believe it was Colts, up to about the 13-yard line. John Hawk, number 58, making the stop on the fullback. Hawk is 6'6", 282 pounds. By the way, if you're a Buff fan, watch him today. He's going to CU. Terrific basketball player, too, and he's had a terrific season. Let's go downstairs to Marcia Neville.
Yeah, I'm standing by with a guy who likes the look of that drive. Bo Skate, you couldn't be in there today, but you're still shaking your head over what Bernard Bond did to get in the end zone.
And he's a great player, and he will be a big part of the win tonight, today, along with the rest of the team, but he's a big player, though.
Well, we're seeing a big play right here from the Cherry Creek Bruins. We'll get back to you in just a second, Bo. Back upstairs.
You're right about that, Marcia. Strain beautifully to Maurer. Matt Maurer downfield. Forced out of bounds on the Cherry Creek side. Brandon Kinsey made the stop, but not before they got to the 48-yard line. It's Creek's biggest play of the game, and on a 2nd and 20, Ryan Strain has come up big, a 35-yard completion.
And that's exactly what Cherry Creek needs and exactly what they wanted. I expect Cherry Creek has had so much success this year. They're not going to abandon their running game, and they're not going to change their game plan too much, but they're going to have the quick strikes like that to make big plays and make good things happen.
Strain the throw. On the near side, he's got his man at Derek Haley. Haley down the sideline, forced out of bounds to the 41-yard line. If they give him progress to the 41, it will be another Cherry Creek first down.
A couple of completions by quarterback Ryan Strain. And talking to Coach Wolford, he says his strength is his leadership. You know, he's a good passer. He's a mobile quarterback. He's at his best when he's scrambling. But he says his leadership. The players really follow him. He really has control of the team and keeps things on line on the field.
5 foot 10 inch, 170 pound senior quarterback Ryan Strain. His dad, Joe, former major leaguer, the basketball coach at Cherry Creek High School. Cancelo Mason to the 37-yard line before he was stopped by Ryan Cox on the play. Let's once more go down to Marshall with Bo.
Yeah, we are still down here. How hard is it to watch your teammates doing this without you today?
It's hard, you know. Nothing I can do about it, though. So sit back, relax, you know. Get pumped up for the team, try to help them out. Sideline. We'll be all right, though.
How much the knee hurt, or does it?
No, it feels really good today. I know I rehabbed this morning, so it feels really good today.
Almost good enough to be out there helping them, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
You enjoy watching, and we'll get Squirt back upstairs, guys.
Cancelo Mesa inside the 30, the 25, the 24-yard line. Another Bruin first down.
And that's what Cancelo Mesa does. He's a shifty runner, not a real fast guy, but he's got a lot of moves, a lot of cutting moves. And some people weren't sure how he was going to do on this grass field. They always play on turf, but he comes through, I mean, just making cut after cut after cut, making people miss. Had about 4 or 5 missed tackles right there. Just a great play.
Yeah, Mike Madrid out of the secondary making the tackle, and when your secondary is making tackles, you know that the running back's gaining yardage. Strain over the middle, knocked down, deflected in, complete. A dangerous situation as John Hawk able to knock the ball down. He made a fine defensive play, and with a little bit of luck, that ball could have bounced into one of the Mullen players' hands.
And defensive coaches, defensive line coaches are always teaching their guys, hey, you push when you're on the pass rush, but after your internal clock has to go off, and you got to know, hey, get your hands up in the air. You might have a chance to knock one down. That time they did.
Strain brings his team to the line. They go slot left. The lone setback is the fullback, Sam Pope. And Sam's got the football, and look at that play by Jorge Turin. Terrific defensive play by the linebacker.
And Taylor Ryan came through, got a lot of penetration on that play. Came through, it looked like he took out one of the blockers and you know, gave it the opportunity for the play to be made. And he just came through and kind of messed things up for Cherry Creek.
Well, a third down play coming up. 3rd and 10. Midway through the first period, as we take a look at Turin, who's just a terrific defensive player. A real nose for the football. That football is just inside the 25-yard line, 3rd and 10. Strain will throw. Loops it over the middle. He's got Haley. Haley's got to do it on his own, but he's run into from behind by Brandon Richardson. They got 3, maybe 4 on the play, and Cherry Creek might well be coming out to set up for a field goal.
And not much room to run there. He catches a little, it almost looked like a screen play, but Mullen had their defenders outside, so he couldn't go outside. He had to turn back into the teeth of the defense and couldn't get much room.
They'll tee it up at the 27-yard line, a 37-yard attempt. Travis Floyd out of Strain's hold. And he's made one from 47 yards out this year. Just missed the 51-yarder last year. This well within his range. The high snap, and Strain's got to try and do something else now. Ryan running to the corner, runs out of room. Ricky Fast able to force him out of bounds on the far side.
Well, definitely not the way Cherry Creek wanted to start things out here today with the stall drive, the first drive. Second drive, they get a few things going, but then have the bad snap on the field goal and can't get 3 points on the board. But they've been here before. They've been behind. They've fought back many times before, and so we can't count them out of this game. I expect that Mullen's going to come on the field, try to score, but Cherry Creek is definitely going to be able to get their stuff going later.
So now let's see what Cherry Creek can do defensively against Mullen. Mullen begins right around the 25-yard line, first down. Second time they touched the ball offensively, and Bond's got a couple off the left side.
The challenge for Cherry Creek is matching up this offensive line that Mullen has. I think they average about 265, 270 pounds. I mean, these are some big kids. On Cherry Creek's side, their biggest defensive lineman is 240 pounds. They use a lot of blitzing. They use a lot of line stunts to try to mix it up and make them hard to block. And hopefully they'll be able to shut down Mullen's running attack.
We got a good look at number 76, Eric Chaput. Bruins faking the blitz. It's Bond again. Gets over the 30. Slithers through to about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. They say about Bond, he's 5'7", about 160 pounds. He oftentimes gets yardage because the offensive line is so big, you can't see him as he slithers through. He did that time. The defensive line for the Bruins with McCann, Lynn, Lance, Chaput, Then the linebackers, Perky, Tufts, and Bowman. And the secondary, Gibney, with Ryman, Greenwald, and John Tybee. This is 3rd and 5. So let's see if the Bruin defense can stop Mullen for the first time. The pass over the middle, a beautifully thrown ball. Alex Smith has it. First down in Creek territory at the 48-yard line. That was a beautifully set up and designed play.
You know, that is Alex Smith. He's in there. He is in replacing Bo Scaife, who is out with the injury. And Alex, he's a junior. He doesn't have nearly as much experience as Bo and is a little bit smaller than Bo. But Coach McCall said this is a kid with a lot of talent, and all he really needs is experience. But he's a kid with a lot of talent who's going to do a good job replacing Bo.
They give him progress right to midfield, so first down at the 50-yard line. See Burley looking over the defense. And he hands it to Bond, and Bond slithers to the 46-yard line. He's a little guy, kind of tough to see.
Yeah, he is. You know, and it's, you know, you lose him back there behind those big guys, and, you know, it's all about when you're a defender, you're pushing and, you know, you're trying to see what's going on, but it's hard to see.
Will Perky finally found him. He's the linebacker who made the stop on the play. That's a good first down play. You get about 4 yards, 2nd and 6 coming up. 7-0. Mullen has the lead. We're in the first quarter. 3 minutes to go in period number 1. Burley wants to throw again. Avoids the rush. Deep over the middle. It's in. Complete. Gibney covering downfield on number 80, Tim Liley. And Liley's a tremendous athlete, Reg, not only a football player.
Yeah, these guys, he's a very good athlete. They got a lot of good athletes on these two teams, and I've been impressed so far with the action. Just a very clean game, just very precise on the routes, very precise on the quarterback drops on both sides of the ball. The blocking looks very good. I mean, it's just, you think about high school football, and you forget that these are guys who are, a lot of them going to go on to play college football, and they've got that look about them.
Yeah, they're having a great time today on a perfect day so far for football. Another big play. It's 3rd and 6. They fake the draw. Burley buys some time. Out to the left side. That's Alex Smith again inside the 30 to the 27-yard line before he was stopped on the play by John Tybee. But for the second time on the drive, on a big 3rd down completion, they go to Bo Scaife's replacement, Alex Smith.
And Alex Smith couldn't ask for a better opportunity than he has now. You know, Bo Scaife goes down. That's a big loss for his team. But he has an opportunity to come in the game, in the state championship game, the biggest game of the year, and make some plays, and he's taking advantage of that opportunity.
Good-sized kid himself, 6'5", 200 pounds. He's just a junior. They spot the football at the 26-yard line, and we do have a timeout on the field. I think the Bruin defense wants to talk it over. Talk a little bit about the quarterback, Warren Mullen. Jared Burley, who's kind of a roly-poly kid. They say he's sort of like a Sonny Jurgensen type, but he never loses the tool. He's a good one, and he's playing well so far. Timeout. Mullen leads 7-0.
Here's a winning combination. Blackjack Pizza and the Denver Broncos. Blackjack Pizza, winner of the Rocky Mountain News Pizza Taste Test, is very proud to be the official pizza of the Denver Broncos. For a limited time, call your nearest Blackjack Pizza and ask for the Broncos Special. With any extra large 2-topping pizza, get a free medium cheese pizza delivered to your door for only $10.99. Blackjack Pizza and the Denver Broncos, a winning combination.
What's your idea of the perfect minivan? Is it the most luxurious, one with a leather-trimmed and preferred suede interior, heated front seats, and dual zone temperature control? Or is it America's lowest priced minivan that still includes features like easy-out roller seats and air conditioning? There's only one place to choose from the complete selection of award-winning minivans. Your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer. Now get $1,000 cash allowance or 1.9% APR on Chrysler and Plymouth minivans.
Cherry Creek trailed Fort Collins by 21 points in the 4th quarter, rallied to win. They trailed Ponderosa by 11 in the 3rd. They rallied to win. They beat Pomona last week. It's been smooth sailing for Mullen in the playoffs so far, Reg.
Mullen has been able to put a lot of points on the board and keep the opposition down. On the Cherry Creek side of things, they've been scoring a lot of points, but Coach Wolford said that's not typical. During the regular season, they weren't doing that. They've been more productive in the playoffs.
1st and 10 for the Mullen Mustangs. They try Bond. Oh, a big-time hit. Eric McCann, the defensive end, number 91, made the initial contact. Chapu was there with help from Eric Bowman. So Cherry Creek had that play defense perfectly.
Yeah, Vaughn comes out. He makes a great play here. He just stands up the tight end who's trying to block him, blocks up the hole, and then sheds the tight end to make the tackle. I mean, that's a big-time play.
McCann, the only kid I can remember, the combination defensive end and punter. You don't see that combination very often. He lost a yard or two on the play. Second down. They work the draw to Bond. And Byrne gets back to the original line of scrimmage around the 26-yard line. Wrapped up on that play by number 29, Brad Greenwald, from his free safety position. And we'll watch as Brad got the penetration and made the stop. By the way, Vincent's in the game, replacing John Tybee, who went out a couple of plays ago, shaken up. That's a change in the secondary at the safety spot. And Tybee now back in the game. So Vincent out, number 49, Tybee back in. This is third down, 3rd and 10. Gurley rolling, looking, throwing out to the right. Has his man on the far side. They say it's incomplete.
It was a good play for Mullen. They roll out, and it's a good throw, a little bit low. Receiver went down for it. The cornerback actually fell down on that play. And but you know what? It wouldn't have been enough for the first down anyway. Even if he had caught it, it looked like he was going to be a yard or two short of the first down.
Ryan Lovell. And they rule the ball hit the ground. The referee right on top of that one. And we will get a Mullen field goal attempt. This will be a 43-yard attempt now, attempted by Derek Smith. Both coaches told us their kickers have range anywhere inside the 50. 43-yarder. That time the snap is good. The line drive kick with lots of distance. It's good. You talk about having the range. Derek Smith boomed it. Would have been good from 53 yards away, I believe.
The big line drive kick, man. He sure certainly put his leg into it, and he knew it was good the moment he kicked it.
And he doesn't look a bit surprised.
Nope.
So Mullen gets on the board again. Mullen leading by the score of 10-0, and we are counting down, of course, to kick off tomorrow afternoon at 1:30, right before the Broncos take on the Chiefs. Get the latest analysis, injury, news, scores, predictions, and I know you look forward to those predictions, and a very special edition of Little Big Men on Denver's only live local pregame show. Join Vic, Les, Reggie, and me Sunday, 1:30 for Countdown to Kickoff on the Channel of Champions News 4. Who are you picking in the Denver game tomorrow, Reg?
Yeah, I think I'll go with Denver.
Really?
Yeah.
Very gutsy on your part.
Yeah, well, you know, I like to go out on the edge. You know, with about a minute left to go in the first quarter, I think this is a crucial drive for Cherry Creek. They need to score something, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. I think they can't let this lead continue.
This could be returnable, but it angles away. It's out of bounds. It did not get into the end zone, so we'll do it again.
Well, actually, no, that'll come back. It'll be spotted at the 35-yard line. For Cherry Creek, they'll get a first down there. It's a 15-yard penalty for kicking it out of bounds. So instead of starting at the 20, they get an extra 15 yards on top of that.
All right, the procedure call there, a 10-play, 51-yard drive, took nearly 4 minutes, resulting in the 43-yard field goal. Well, you know, I went to a game several weeks ago. It was Mullen against Montbello, and I saw Montbello kick off 5 consecutive times. I believe you can either accept or refuse the penalty. Is that the deal?
Yeah,
I think that's the deal. Montbello went
Kick off out of bounds.
5 consecutive times in that one.
Spot at the 35-yard line, first down.
Nice job, Reggie Rivers. Should have known when you saw you were wearing a striped tie.
Man, you know, I've been watching some of these high school games. The rules are a lot different than in the pros and in college, and so some of the rules changes have been surprising to me.
Football at the 35-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Bruins, and a pretty good running back, Cantalamessa, Mesa, wrapped up after he gained a yard on the play.
This has to feel like it's going to be one of those back-and-forth battles. We see Cantalamessa Mesa stops for really no gain or maybe a gain of 1 on that play. And earlier in the game, we see him break through for about 12 yards. And so I think they're pretty matched teams where the defense is going to win a little bit, the offense is going to win a little bit. So it's going to be a question of who can win the most.
There's Hawk and Turin involved on the tackle. And, you know, if I watch those two guys, I start running away from those two guys. 58 and 92, that Mullen defense is tough. Strain puts it in Holtz's belly. He's got running room up the middle. Over the 45-yard line, very close to, and it should be a first down. Adam Eloise, the linebacker, 5'11", 215 pounds, stopping Pulse, but not before. He got about 9 on the play and a Bruin first down.
A nice play by Cherry Creek. And I mean, that's exactly what they want to be able to do. Obviously, Mullen is going to win some of those battles, but they come right back and gain 9 the next play.
One goes in for the first time today. We don't like to see that. Could the other people be right? Uh-oh. Storm could be on the way. Kentala Mason for a yard, and that might well have been the final play of the first quarter. Time winding down in the first with 8 seconds. And I believe that will have been the end of our first quarter of play. And so far, Mullen's having things their way, playing without their great player, Bo Scaife. Nonetheless, they're in control after 1 on their home field. The 5A title game, 1 quarter deep, and Mullen leads 10-0.
What's your idea of the perfect minivan? Is it the most luxurious? One with a leather-trimmed and preferred suede interior, heated front seats, and dual zone temperature control? Or is it America's lowest priced minivan that still includes features like easy-out roller seats and air conditioning? There's only one place to choose from the complete selection of award-winning minivans. Your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer. Now get $1,000 cash allowance or 1.9% APR on Chrysler and Plymouth minivans.
You see a warehouse. We look deeper to spot the hole in your workers' comp program. With Colorado Compensation Insurance, you'll have your own team of experts getting to know your business, searching for ways to prevent accidents, reduce claims, and get people back to work. They'll work with you to improve safety, reduce paperwork, and lower your premiums. Ask your broker for a quote or call us directly. CCIA, a whole new way of looking at workers' comp.
On the surface, all tires look pretty much the same. They're round, limited color options.
But this winter season, you're going to need to go when you want and stop when you want. Ouch. Big O Tires is here to help with quality traction snow tires, starting at just $29.95. Get your vehicle winter ready at Big O Tires.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
Gary Miller with Reggie Rivers. Second quarter about to begin. Mullen leading 10-0. Cherry Creek with a second down play at the 46-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side, and Strain looking for one of them. Ryan now angling left. The pass deflected. It'll fall incomplete at midfield. Good play made by Taylor Ryan as he was in hot pursuit of Ryan Strain. First quarter stats, Reg. Cherry Creek, more rushing yardage. Mullen controlling the passing game. Actually, the stats are pretty darn even.
Yeah, they are very even. And you score 10-0. You know, that's not a huge lead. You know, it's a fairly even game. You know, Ryan Strain scrambling on that last play. When I was talking to the Mullen coach, he said that's the thing that they're worried about. They're worried about him scrambling because they think he's at his best when he's outside the pocket creating.
Well, let's see what Ryan and the offense can create on 3rd down, 3rd and 9. Strain with time, sets up in the pocket, throws deep down the right side, overthrows his man on the play. Now the pass incomplete.
We've got a flag on the field. It looks like probably some sort of pass interference.
Big hit by Madrid downfield as he levels the Cherry Creek receiver. Really put it to him. Mike Madrid, they say he's a big hitter, and watch him deliver a big hit on a ball that was way overthrown, and it's a pretty late hit.
Yeah, it is.
The Mullen victim on the play, Tim Riley. And Tim was shaken up earlier in the game, and hopefully Tim will be okay. We have a chance to go downstairs to Marcia Neville.
You had talked earlier in the broadcast about the family connection with the Strains. Ryan Strain quarterbacking Creek today. This is his dad, Joe Strain, the championship basketball coach at Cherry Creek. This is his grandfather, Joe Strain, a championship basketball coach for George Washington many years ago now. Joe, there's one thing this family's missing. What's that?
Well, state championship in football. I played back in '71, and we didn't have much luck.
And Joe Sr., you played in the state championship football game as well, didn't you?
Yeah, back in 47, we're looking for the same thing. We got beat by Pueblo Central, 7-6 in that ball game.
Now, Grandpa played for Denver South, and Papa played for George Washington, so third time's a charm, they hope. Back up to you, Gary.
You know, Reggie, you covered that game back in 47. What do you remember about that?
Oh, you know what? I just remember it was a good, hard-fought game, and the Strain family really did well.
Joe Sr. was terrific. Holt, after the personal foul, keeps the drive going. And look at Sam keep going inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. You talk about a power run. You just saw one.
He is a big, strong kid, man. He comes through the line there. Looks like he carried about 4 or 5 people with him. Down, keeps pushing, and ends up with about another first down, a 10 or 11-yard gain.
So Mike Madrid called for the late hit. And, boy, he didn't get cheated.
Yeah, keeps the drive alive. That was a 3rd and 10. That it was incomplete, but the late hit gave him 1st and 10.
Flag on the play. Contola Mesa inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. 2 officials throwing flags as soon as the play developed. Mike Madrid gets credit for the tackle. But the officials will have the final word on that play. Cherry Creek already giving ground, so that's an indication it's against the Bruins and the procedure call against Cherry Creek.
Was another good run by Cantola Mesa. You know, essentially his running style, you know, he's not real flashy, but he's got some ability to just break tackles, and it doesn't even look like he's doing a whole lot, but he's just slipping right out of guys' grip. It looked like on that play.
Illegal procedure. 6 men on the line, on the offense. Still first down.
So it'll be 1st and 15 coming up. They tell us he's got great vision. The ability to cut back and obviously being able to see peripherally has to help there.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing that so far today with a couple of the runs that he's made. He has this little elusiveness about him and able to get to the right place at the right time.
Football at the 33-yard line. They give it to Jordan again. And talk about getting wrapped up. Jorge Turin was right there.
That's what you would call a jailbreak. Nobody blocked. You just had 3 or 4 guys coming through untouched to bring the pain.
I got running right to the football and the point of impact for that 6'3", 230-pound senior linebacker. Turin seems to be involved on a majority of the tackles.
What's the screen?
Well, Cherry Creek's losing yardage by the play. They lost the yard on that one. 2nd and 16.
Ready.
Strange pass deflected, caught anyway. The catch made by number 80, Eric Olson. So Ryan caught a break there as the deflected pass nonetheless was complete to the 27-yard line.
So again, a little bit back, and you know, this gives the coach some play calling options. They were at 2nd and 15. They gained about 7 on that play. Now at 3rd and 7 or 8. I mean, now they have some options. They can call some plays to actually convert this. It's a lot easier.
And you're in 2-down territory, too, if you choose to go for it on 4th down. But as we said before, both teams have very capable field goal kickers. They have a slot on the left. Contola Mesa is the only man in the backfield and Strain to throw. Ryan's pass is caught beautifully by number 18, Eric Haley, for a 1st down. A big-time catch by Haley. Adam Eloise, number 44, made the stop, but not before Haley came up big for Cherry Creek.
That was a strange-looking play. It had, for a second, it looked like they were trying to set up a screen. He scrambles out, hits Haley. Haley has the great stretch out to make the catch, and he's a kid who has very good hands. All year long, he's made some good catches, and here in the championship game, he makes another one.
Deepest penetration of the game so far for Cherry Creek with 9:55 to go till halftime. Holt, the quick handoff, and the quick hit, and nowhere to go.
Man.
Reg, you know what it feels like to be hit that way. That reminded me of you taking 3 shots against the Raiders several years ago from about the 1-yard line.
Oh, yeah. You know, when I was playing with the Broncos, they used to have a saying, hey, you give it to Reggie on 1st down, you're guaranteed to have 2nd and 9.
They only said that because they liked it. Jorge Turin made the stop. 2nd and 10. Little play-action fake by Strain. Looking for Polk. Sam's got it. Down the sideline to the 10. Puts his head down inside the 5-yard line. He's to the 3-yard line.
That was some serious play action there. Ryan Strain, he put that ball deep into his stomach, rolls out, hits Pulse. Pulse turns up and watch Pulse rumble. Pulse isn't going to put any moves on anybody. You know, he catches this ball. It's a great catch in the hands, and he just tries to run right through the guy.
Third and a long one. They can give him progress to the 4-yard line. He has to get a little bit inside the 3, I believe, cut the tell from our severe angle, but it appears that way. Cantalamesa drives. He should have the first down inside the 3-yard line. John Hawk made the stop, but it should be a 1st and goal for Cherry Creek.
This is going to be close.
You think it's that close, huh, Reg?
They might have to bring the sticks out to measure. Depends on where they spot this. I don't think he made it. Well, they're going to measure. Now, this is going to be an interesting situation. If you don't get it, do you go for it down here on 4th down and risk not getting in, or do you bring your field goal team out and say, hey, we get 3 points and close the gap a little bit?
A 10-play drive to this point. They stretch out the sticks. Boy, is that close. Missed it by that much.
This is a big call right here. It looks like they're going to go for it.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised, Reg. They have about, 4 or 5 inches to go.
Yeah. Tell you what, this is the kind of play where the momentum turns in a game. Cherry Creek gets this first down. It's a huge momentum boost. If Mullen can stop them from getting this first down, it's a huge momentum boost for Mullen. This is a pivotal play.
Cherry Creek trying to get on the board for the first time with 4th and inches now. Cantalamesa should have the first down. In fact, has the touchdown.
You know what? They're not going to trick anybody. You line it up. You hand it to Cantalamesa. This offensive line gets a surge, and he puts it right into the end zone. It's a great play by Cherry Creek.
And a terrific drive by Cherry Creek. And you said earlier, Reg, I think when they got the ball on that drive, they needed to put some points on the board, get themselves back in the football game, establish their game, and get some confidence, and they've done exactly that.
And this is not a team that's going to panic. They've been in this position many, many times, and they found a way to come back and get back into the game. So now they're right back in it. It's 10-7, and the game as tight as the stats look after the end of the first quarter.
Joe Marshall's PAT is good. They blew whistles as the play developed, and the kick is good. So we'll come back up the field, no problem there. Reggie, you're a prophet. The kick right down the middle. Timeout on the field with the score. Mullen 10, Creek 7.
Here's a winning combination. Blackjack Pizza and the Denver Broncos. Blackjack Pizza, winner of the Rocky Mountain News Pizza Taste Test, is very proud to be the official pizza of the Denver Broncos. For a limited time, call your nearest Blackjack Pizza and ask for the Broncos Special. With any extra large 2-topping pizza, get a free medium cheese pizza delivered to your door for only $10.99. Blackjack Pizza and the Denver Broncos, a winning combination. Come home to the beauty of a solid, pre-finished hardwood floor. At McDonald's Hardwoods, we make it easy for you to have the hardwood floor you've always dreamed of. Whether a do-it-yourself project or a McDonald's installation, professionalism is assured. Our philosophy, simple. Provide the best sales staff, service, selection, and support anywhere, anytime. A hardwood floor is the mark of a truly fine home that leaves a lasting impression. McDonald's Hardwoods now has 4 beautiful locations, with our newest being in Arvada. Stop by today.
Well, apparently Larry and Marty and the fellows in the Weather Center might be right. It looks like the clouds are coming in.
Don't come in here. We don't want you.
Stay away for at least an hour or so. For Cherry Creek. An 11-play, 65-yard drive, and a key penalty. Mike Madrid with the personal foul on the late hit, and it cost him. A 65-yard drive and a 10-7 game. The kickoff into the end zone, the automatic touchback. Mullen will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
That's a curious rule, that it's an automatic touchback. I wonder why they've established that in high
Yeah,
school.
I almost wonder if they do it to cut down injuries. Well, as we said, an 11-play, 65-yard drive. They took about 5 minutes off the clock, and Canton Mesa the payoff from 3 yards away. You know, so many injuries happen on kickoffs, and I'm just guessing maybe that's the reason.
That could be.
Now we'll see how Mullen responds. We anticipated a good game between the two Centennial League rivals, a close game. They met earlier this year. Mullen won at 21-19. No reason to think it'll be anything but a down-to-the-wire finish today. Not a whole lot there for Bond, I believe, except Travis Lance, number 97, a one-man welcoming committee.
This Cherry Creek defense has been impressive. They're not a big team. They don't have a lot of big players, and you know he's at 240. He's the biggest player on their team, but they use a lot of movement, a lot of stunts to keep teams off balance. And so against this offensive line that's averaging, I think they average 280 pounds on their offensive line. They're able to get in and get penetration and make the stop early.
Keep your eyes on number 66, the left tackle, Kip Sixbury, 315 pounds, 6'4". Clearly lets it go and just does overthrow his man, Tim Riley, who's been shaken up twice in the game and has bounced back each time. Racing downfield and unable to quite get there as Burley showed a pretty good arm, but just did overthrow him.
Yeah, this is a nice throw and a nice route, and it's one of those passes that if there was maybe a little bit more arch on it, he could have adjusted to it. But I mean, it's a throw that's like a couple of feet from being off target.
Well, close, and you get the feeling they'll come back to that play because it certainly was there. Come back to it sometime in the game. Well, another big third down play. Third down, 10 needed. Burley rolls to the right. They set up the screen for Johnny Ruff. He's upended beautifully on the play. Eric Bowman able to break through the linebacker, 6'1", 190, a senior. And he made a terrific play to stop Mullen and force them to punt.
And he was not fooled at all. He saw that screen coming the whole way. He was disciplined, fights through the blocker, upends the ball carrier. I mean, that's the way you draw it up if you're the defensive coach.
Senior linebacker made a terrific play in the open field. And Jared Burley, the quarterback, back to punt for the first time in the game. So the Cherry Creek defense able to stop Mullen. It's 3 and out for the Mustangs. And Creek figures to wind up with pretty good field position with Burley set to kick at his own 6. Yang's one up there. Canton Mesa will stay away from it, and they will get very good field position at the 43-yard line. So Cherry Creek falls. They trail 10-0. Now it's 10-7. They've got the football very close to midfield.
And when Cherry Creek was down 10-0, you know, that's still a very close game because all you have to do to come back in a game like that is score, hold them, and score again. And if you either tie it up at 10-10 or you get ahead 14-10. And so Cherry Creek has a great opportunity right now to get right back into the game.
37-yard punt. Boy, you made that sound easy. How's that work again?
You score, stop them, score again.
All you kids at home listen to Reggie Rivers. You sound like a coach. Well, let's go out there and hold them. Then we'll get a touchdown. Then you hold them. No problem. Right screen, sticks it into Pulse's belly, and they stole the ball. Turin's got it, first down, Mullen, 29-yard line. Taylor Ryan knocks it away, and Turin stole the ball.
That's a great play by Taylor Ryan, and you know, he comes here, he doesn't have a whole lot of chance right after he gets the handoff. He's got someone on him grabbing the ball, and just strip it away and run with it.
What a great play. Taylor Ryan sticks his hand in there. You see it pop loose. And Turin, you talk about great hands. Jorge's got it. They spot the football at the 30-yard line. What a turn of events that is. 6:36 to go till halftime. A 10-7 game. Mullen's got it. Any momentum back on the Mustang side. And look at Bond run to the 20-yard line. Vern Bond on the play. Stopped by Brad Greenwald, the safety.
Bert Bond busts through for about 8 or 9 yards right there. And, you know, for Mullen, in a big game like this, you got to have a little bit of luck going for you. You have the great play on the strip, lucky that it falls right into somebody's hands, and then you come out and get right back to what you've been doing, running the ball and get another big gain right off the bat.
And a first down, just over 10 yards. Football inside the 20-yard line. Momentum can change so quickly. And perhaps when this one's over, we'll look back at the play we just saw moments ago. It's the key play of the game. Creek was able to get back. Nope, they say somebody was in the neutral zone as the ball was snapped.
Good discipline on the Mullen side. They go with a hard count on the 2 count, and invariably on the offense, you usually fool one of the guys on offense who jumps off, but that time Mullen sits in and a bunch of Creek guys jump offside.
Offside against the defense. They couldn't get back. And boy, do offenses love 1st and 5 situations. Take another look. Creek jumping, trying to get back. And the official
Prior to the snap, encroachment by the defense, still 1st down.
Encroachment, doesn't that sound like a legal term?
That is such a, what happened to just offside? We were kids, it was offside.
Yeah. His head was over the ball,
Using 3-syllable words in football. 1st down and 5. Football just inside the 15-yard line. Don Malone set back behind Burley, and Burns got it. Burn up the middle. Nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown, Mullen. Reggie, that was the biggest ball I've ever seen.
That big Mullen crew led by Chad Slaby, they just come through. They opened this thing wide open. It kind of reminded me of that play Terrell Davis in the Super Bowl last year against Green Bay. Just completely untouched.
Yeah, except the Packers say they got out of his way on purpose. That time, Creek was simply blocked sensationally by Mullen, and the Mustangs back on the board. Now they'll try to tack on the PAT with Derek Smith. Brian Fry, number 2, is the holder. Mustangs up 16-7. Man, what a big play. Mullen able to steal the football away from Pulse and drive it down the field for a touchdown. And they fumble the snap and mix up here, and Derek Smith got nowhere to go. The ball's dropped, and they rule it dead. So the PAT, not even close. And we've got a timeout on the field here at Mullen High School. Timeout, Mustangs leading 16-7.
Here's a winning combination. Blackjack Pizza and the Denver Broncos. Blackjack Pizza, winner of the Rocky Mountain News Pizza Taste Test, is very proud to be the official pizza of the Denver Broncos. For a limited time, call your nearest Blackjack Pizza and ask for the Broncos Special. With any extra large 2-topping pizza, get a free medium cheese pizza delivered to your door for only $10.99. Blackjack Pizza and the Denver Broncos, a winning combination.
Nice door. Garage doors. I love them. I'm the Ankmar door guy. That's a beauty. The Ankmar Renaissance 2000. And here comes the legend with a LiftMaster door opener. I can tell it's a LiftMaster by how smooth it operates. Ooh, obviously not an Ankmar. You probably don't think much about garage doors until you need one. When you do, think Ankmar, the door of choice.
Receive a second remote free with any LiftMaster purchase.
Ankmar doors. You gotta love them.
No personnel wants to get out there. I'm going to give you a call now, and then I want you to look at the great still,
That was a 15-yard touchdown run by Bond, wrapping up a 30-yard, 2-play drive that took him 35 seconds, and Reggie offenses love to get the ball at the opposing team's 30.
That's not a bad thing. If you can get it there, you have a pretty good chance of scoring. And that botched extra point attempt could come back to haunt them. It's 16-6 or 16-7 rather than 17-7. So if Cherry Creek can get a touchdown and a field goal, they've got the lead.
Smith puts his leg into that one. That's a good-looking kick. Gibbony makes the catch deep in the end zone, so Creek will have the long field starting at the 20-yard line. Well, tell us about your high school career, Reggie Rivers, deep in the heart of Texas. I know for a fact high school football doesn't get any bigger than in Texas.
High school football is definitely big down there, and I played for the mighty Rohawks at Randolph High School in San Antonio, and we were a pretty good team, 23-2 my junior and senior years, but never got to this level, not to the state championship level.
Furthest you ever got was?
Quarterfinals.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's down for Cherry Creek. Football at the 20-yard line midway through the second period. Cantola Mesa gets the ball, tries the left side, has a yard or two. Tureen has him. And Jorge, as we say, seemingly involved on virtually every tackle. Play play against any guys who went on to great careers?
I may have, but I don't know. No, I don't. I don't think that I did. I went to a fairly small high school down in San Antonio, 2A school. We had 239 students.
Ray Crockett played Texas high school football. You don't remember Ray?
No. He would have been a little bit older.
We'll be glad to hear that.
Oh, it's just the truth.
2nd down and 8. They're in the eye. Slot to the left. And a man in motion to the top of your screen. Canto Mesa behind Poles. Jordan likes running behind him. He's up over the 25-yard line. Stopped by... Well, why don't I just tell you? Figure every tackle's made by Turin until I tell you otherwise.
He is all over the field. He's running around making a lot of plays. And, I mean, that's what he's been doing for the Mustangs all year long. And, it's interesting, Cherry Creek here. I mean, this is a team very successful this year. They've been behind before. There's no panic in this team. They come out these first 2 plays. They're running the ball. They have a 3rd and 5 right now. I imagine they're going to pass the ball. But they're going to stick with their game plan and keep doing what they do well.
It's a big play because they want to go 3 and out right after Mullen has scored. So a big offensive play for Creek, and Strain will throw, and he overthrows his man. He had number 18, Eric Haley, wide open. Would have been a first down, but he overthrew him, and Creek does have to punt. Coming up at halftime, Marcia talks with both coaches, and we'll take a look at a complicated family connection between Mullen and Cherry Creek. Also, a tribute to an Arapahoe High basketball star, as well as stats and highlights from the first half. It's all Eric McCann, that defensive end, to left-footed away. And Mullen figures to wind up with pretty good field position. Clinton, one of the deep men. And the other is 84 for Mullen, and that would be Ryan Lovell. And Ryan indicates fair catch, but the punt was short, didn't get to him, and Creek will down it at the 44-yard line, so Mullen will have that good field position.
Now this is the drive of the game for the Cherry Creek defense. This is the time that they've got to, this is their biggest play of the game. That was a 31-yard punt there. They're going to take over at the 44-yard line. They've got to come out and be able to stop the Mullen offense right here and give their offense another chance to get on the field before halftime.
Right after the conclusion of our game, we'll take you to Philadelphia for coverage of one of the college football's biggest rivalries. It's Army and Navy battling it out from Veterans Stadium. Then join Kathy Walsh and Larry Blunt for complete coverage of today's events on News 4 at 5. First down, football at the 44-yard line. Good field position for the Mustangs. They lead by 9. Johnny Ruff over the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Eric Chaput, number 76, 6'2", 230-pound senior, making the stop on the play with help from Will Perkey, number 51.
That time Cherry Creek was showing blitz. It looked like they had about 9 guys up there on the line of scrimmage all coming through. And, blitzing obviously can do good things for you in the passing game, but it could also create a lot of problems for the offense in the running game. And that time they were able to stop him after a 2-yard gain.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Mullen football, 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. Gurley throws deep. They're going back to the play that didn't work a few moments ago, and they miss it again.
Oh, so close.
Wiley downfield again had beaten John Tavy on the play. Last time he was overthrown by 3 yards. This time it's off Tim's fingertips.
3 inches. This time there was more arch on the pass. You have a much better chance of letting the receiver adjust to it, but it's just they're so close. I expect they're going to come back to that again because they're really connecting on that thing. I mean, they're so close to having it.
Yeah, 3rd time could well be the charm for Mullen. All right, 3rd down play. Reggie said it was a big series here for the Cherry Creek defense. Here's a huge play, 3rd and 9. Gurley rolling right. And he's got his man, J.D. Chisholm. He's got a first down in Creek territory inside the 35, forced out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Brad Greenwald made the stop, but not before Mullen came up with a big first down.
It's hard to tell where that tight end came from. It looked like he was blocking on the play and then just kind of came out after he blocked for a couple of seconds, and Cherry Creek just lost sight of him. You don't cover guys who stay in and block, and so they quit covering him, and he came out, makes the big play.
One of the Mullen linemen shaken up on the play, Reg. That's Chris Kelly, number 70. And he'll get the attention right now from the Mullen support staff.
You always hate to see anybody get hurt. I mean, no matter, even the players who are out there on the field, the guys on the Mullen side, the guys on the Cherry Creek side, whenever you see a guy who goes down on the field and, you know, you think, hey, we're out here to have a good time. We're out here to compete, to represent our schools, to represent, you know, our communities, and you hope that nobody gets hurt.
So Chris getting the attention on this near sideline at about the 40-yard line. Mullen just came up big with a 21-yard completion to J.D. Chisholm. And their drive will continue. We invite you to watch News 4 tomorrow night, 10 o'clock for Super Sports Sunday. We'll have all the post-game news and info from the Broncos-Chiefs game, along with our usual exclusive interviews with Terrell Davis, Ed McCaffrey, and Bill Romanowski. The Broncos chase history tomorrow. We'll have it all for you tomorrow night, 10 o'clock on Super Sports Sunday. And, of course, you'll see the game live tomorrow right here on News 4 at 2. Well, Chris in a sitting position. That's good news, and up he goes. So the big guy will get a breather at least for a bit. Holding his back. I woke up with a little back pain myself this morning, Reg, but I don't think 3 guys smacked me in the back.
Yeah, you don't weigh 275 either.
No, good point.
A little strain on your back. Well, hopefully we'll see him back on the field in a few minutes.
Mullen has 3 times today converted big third down plays. Doing well on third down. Oftentimes where games are decided. Football at the 27-yard line. And Mullen driving. They'd love another touchdown to take an even bigger lead into the locker room at halftime. Ruck to the 26.
Now, things don't look all that good for Cherry Creek at the moment on this drive with Mullen at the 30-yard line. They've got second down now. There's still over 3 minutes left in the half. Plenty of time for them to get on the field and score, and it looks like he's shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, Ruff limped off on that one. Just a little guy, 5'9", 153 pounds. It's like perhaps an ankle.
But Cherry Creek still has an opportunity here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hold Mullen right here, and maybe hold him to a field goal would be a victory at this point going into halftime.
Second down play, second and just about 7. They give it to Bond, and he's wrapped up nicely on the play. Linebacker, was it Sean Tufts, number 54? It was Sean the Mountain Tufts, able to make the stop. 6'5", 215-pound junior. Fine linebacker.
And Travis Lance was in there too. Got some penetration in there, and another great play by Cherry Creek to shut down that running game. Now you force another long third down situation, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 or so. They can hold them right here, make them try the long field goal, and maybe get out of this with not too much damage.
But Mullen's had very good success on the third down plays. They face another one right now. Over the middle, the ball deflected away, incomplete. The pass intended for Liley, broken up very nicely by Brad Greenwald. Will Perkey was in the area too. But it will be a 4th down play, and we'll see what Mick McCall decides.
Cherry Creek brought the blitz there, and Vernon Bond, the little running back for Mullen, stayed in, picks up the blitz, does a good job of holding it, so the quarterback had plenty of time to throw, but just a good play defensively by the defensive back to break that up and keep them from getting the first down.
This weather update, the temperature is dropping, the wind is picking up.
You're going to have to put your jacket back on.
And Reggie's wisely been wearing his coat all day. Derek Smith will try this one from the 37-yard line, a 47-yard field goal attempt. He's got the ability, and right now he's not going to get the chance because there are flags on the field.
Now, if this is against Mullen and it backs them up 5 yards, that could put them out of field goal range. So this is a big penalty, depending on which way it goes.
The procedure call against the Mustangs, Reg, you're right on again. And now we'll see if that changes their thinking. Yep, Gurley's coming back in the game, and he's the punter.
So this is a big victory for Cherry Creek right here. They came in.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. Still 4th down.
Their defense had a big challenge with Mullen starts off at the 44-yard line, a short field to score, and they've been able to put some things together here to keep them out of the end zone. They're going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes left, and their offense has another chance to score before halftime.
Early to punt from midfield. Vincent and Cantilla Mesa are the deep men at the 10-yard line. You can see the flinching as the teams try and draw each other offside. He hangs it up there. Good-looking punt. Cantilla Mesa fair catches at about the 6 or 7 yard line.
Yeah.
Well, you wonder if Mike Wilford would have preferred that Jordan let that one go into the end zone. A 29-yard kick and a perfect kick by Burley. Let's go downstairs to Marcia Neville.
Yeah, Gary, just an update on Chris Kelly out with the injury on his back. They're calling it a bruise, a strain. They were stretching him out on the sideline. Looks to be no problem. He's up walking around now, and they expect him back in the game soon. Back to you.
Thanks, Marsh. 1:59 to go in the first half. And Creek with tough field position to start this drive, Reggie.
On that punt, that was a judgment call by Cancelo Mesa. I think he felt like that ball held up in the air long enough that even though it was inside the 10-yard line, he should catch it rather than give them a chance to down it inside the 10. But, you always run the chance it could have rolled into the end zone.
Short gain as Poles carried. Creek was coming to the line without a huddle, and now we're getting the timeout indication the defense wants timeout. Cherry Creek will accept that one gladly as Mullen wants to talk things over. Reggie, the temperature's dropped 20 degrees in the last 18 seconds.
You want me to go get your jacket for you?
Boy, and a hot water bottle. Don't miss the next edition of News 4's award-winning Colorado Sportswoman. The next show will feature Chatfield High School's outstanding football kicker, Dr. Dave's pride and joy, his daughter Katie Nida, and a discussion of girls' participation in predominantly boys' sports at the high school level. Watch Colorado Sportswomen with Marcia Neville Saturday, December 19th at 5:30, right here on News 4.
Mullen just called this timeout. They're looking at this saying, we've got 1:46 left in this game. Cherry Creek is backed up with not very good field position. If we can hold them for 3 plays, we get the ball back and a chance to score again before we go into halftime. So Mullen calls the timeout to stop the clock. I would imagine they're going to call another timeout after this play, depending upon what Cherry Creek does. If Cherry Creek doesn't gain many yards, they'll call timeout again with the hopes of getting it back after a punt with good field position.
Ryan Strain last week was 9 of 14, and that's what Cherry Creek likes to do. Throw the ball, 14, 15 times a game. The offense really geared to the ground game. You would think that they would be a team that would not do great coming from behind, and yet their remarkable come-from-behind record just kind of throws that all out the window. So we'll see what they do on second down. Strain in trouble. Showing some escapability as he drives to the 9-yard line. And again, as Reggie Rivers predicted, Mullen calls timeout.
And Strain there, he starts scrambling. Not many places to go. They got a little bit of pressure on him to get him scrambling at first, and then he couldn't find anyone open down the field. But that's when he's at his most dangerous. The Cherry Creek coach says that's when he makes his best plays, and the Mullen coach said that's when they're most afraid of him. And so Mullen calls a timeout again. They're hoping to get this ball back before the half.
Remember the good old days, Reggie? 2-3 days ago, it was 70 degrees around here.
Yeah, we get all nostalgic for Wednesday.
I know it.
Remember
Exactly.
Wednesday?
Yeah. Wednesday was a great. Thursday was pretty good, too. And there you are. So the clouds rolling in, and Larry and Marty and Dave and Scott and all those guys have been predicting for several days that we were going to pay for the good weather we've had, and here it comes.
And it still looks nice out here. It's just the temperature is dropping, and I think that for the guys on the field, they can handle the cold as long as they don't want any precipitation. I mean, cold and wet is miserable. Cold and snowy is miserable, but just cold you can deal with.
Third down play. 1:32 to go till halftime. It's third and just about 7. Really a big play for Cherry Creek. They don't want Mullen to get the ball again, and they fumble the snap. Creek fell on it, but that certainly was not at all what the Bruins were hoping for. Another Mullen timeout as they stepped in quickly, and Creek's got a kick, and Mullen's going to get great field position, and they'll have plenty of time.
They're probably, the wind, they're going to be kicking into the wind. That fumble snap here, he has no choice but to just fall on it. Now after the timeout, they're going to punt this ball into the wind, or kind of looks like a combination wind straight in their face and kind of to the side. I would imagine this punt might only go to about the 40-yard line here. And if the punt return can get any kind of return on that, they might be in field goal position right after the punt.
Well, they are indeed going to be kicking into the wind. The holidays right around the corner. You can feel it now. Here's an opportunity for you to share the spirit of the season. Thursday, December 10th is Share the Spirit Day. You can donate a can of food at any of the locations on your screen from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you donate at the Founders Fund Rink at Cherry Creek, you'll receive a free skate rental. News 4 personalities will help collect the canned food at the various locations all throughout the day. That's Share the Spirit Day, coming up Thursday, December 10th. Travis Cloyd to kick. Midway in his own end zone. Snap on the money, got the kick away. Boy, they are going to get great field position. Played on the run inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Ryan Lovell returning the football. Under the circumstances, about as good a punt as you could hope for, considering you didn't have any room to maneuver, and you're kicking right into the wind.
Yeah, it was a tough position for that punter to be in, and he did as good a job as he could do in that situation. When we saw the Mullen punter, the play before that, or the punt before that, he makes a great play of getting them pinned down inside the 7-yard line to create now this other opportunity.
31-yard kick, a 7-yard return.
A couple of prime numbers.
You got it. And Cherry Creek's defense about to try and make a very big stand, and Mullen with a chance to really put Cherry Creek behind the 8 ball heading into halftime. So Creek now calls timeout.
Now this is what you don't see at the college or pro level. You call timeout and the head coaches come out onto the field and get in the huddle with the players. I mean, this is what high school football is all about. You know, it's not all the pomp and circumstance and, well, you got to do this and you got to do that. You just get right out there and deal with it.
I've never understood why baseball managers are in uniform. So you see, like, 70-year-old Tommy Lasorda weighing 260 pounds waddling out there. I'd like to see Mike Shanahan in pads and a helmet on Sunday.
Yeah, I think we should propose that.
Wouldn't you feel like he was more in there with you?
Absolutely. And, I mean, guys, when they get excited, they could pound his shoulder pads. They could slap his head like they do everyone else.
You'd like that.
Yeah.
That's why he cut you.
Yeah, I know. One slap too many.
You advocated that, and he said, Reggie's got to go.
He's like, Reg, we like you, but we don't love you.
Mick McCall, you know, the Mullen coach, was telling me that after he graduated from college, there was a period of time that he actually played a year for the Lions, and he was a running back, and then he was treated unfairly, and they dumped him for that kid named Billy Sims.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they decided they prefer to keep Sims around. Burley gives it to Bond, and Byrne put his head down to the 31-yard line, and they want to work that hurry-up offense now. McCann made the stop on the play for Creek. Approaching the 1-minute mark, second down and just about 6 coming up.
They used all 3 of their timeouts getting the ball back, so they don't have any to spare here.
Slot on the left side. Malone set back his Bond. Burley to throw. Jared hangs it out there, and he threw a little bit wide. The pass intended downfield for Alex Smith, and he overshot him that time. That does stop the clock, though, with 47 seconds.
Just a little bit off the mark there, and it's hard to tell what happened to that pass. It almost looked like the wind took it a little bit and drug it off, but Alex Smith was open.
Yeah, now they are going with the wind, so again, for the first part of this game, there was no wind to speak of, and now suddenly it's picked up and everybody's got to adjust.
Yeah.
Third down and 7.
And that wind is gusting. I keep looking at these flags. The flags are at full sail, and then they're just hanging down, and they keep changing direction.
Good news, Chris Kelly back in the game, number 70 for Mullen. He was shaken up a few minutes ago, but he's okay. Burley in the pocket. Throws over the middle. The ball is incomplete. Alex Smith almost got it. Covered by Gibney downfield. The official right on the play rules it incomplete. Brad Greenwald also there. Take another look.
That's a great play by Gibney because that ball was caught. I mean, Alex Smith was going to catch that ball. He gets there right on time, pulls it out of his hand. I'm sorry, Brad Greenwald. I said Gibney. Brad Greenwald just makes a great play of stripping the ball out.
And here on 4th down, Mullen coming out to go for it and perhaps catching Creek a little by surprise, and the Bruins defense uses another timeout. Really good call coming up, I think, by Mike McCall. Why not go for it on 4th down, 4th and just about 7, with the football at the 30-yard line. Our commitment to sports continues during the holidays as CBS and News Sport presents the Sun Bowl live from El Paso. The Pac-10 meets the Big Ten Thursday, December 31st. Coverage starts at noon right here on CBS and News 4.
You know, Coach Michael Wolfer with Cherry Creek, when I talked to him this week, he said that all year long his defense has been the most consistent part of this team, and it's been the strength of the team. And I think we're seeing that right now. They've been put in a couple of bad situations in the past 2 drives with field position, but they're making some great stands, keeping Mullen out of the end zone. And if they can hold him right here, I think they keep the momentum on their side going into halftime.
Good point, because Mullen had a chance with the last 2 drives to put some more points on the board and take really a commanding lead. Still have the opportunity, but the Bruins have taken them to the brink, at least to the edge of stopping them. 4th and 7. brings his team to the line with Chad Slaby over the football. Burley looking, rolling right, looking downfield. The ball was dropped right in the hands of Tim Liley. And Liley and Burley have come so close today to completing some big passes. Jared's overthrown him a time. He threw it off his fingertips. And Tim will go over to his quarterback and say, oh, no question, I should have caught that one.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Liley because he's coming, as he's making the break to come get that ball, his feet slip out from under him. So he's falling down right as the ball gets there. It hits him in the hand, certainly a catchable ball, but it would have been definitely a tough catch for him to make. Unfortunately, he's not able to pull it in.
So good news for the Cherry Creek defense. They come up big on the last two series. We'll see if the offense is just going to sit on the football. Strain to throw. Out to the right side. The ball's dropped on that far side. The pass incomplete, intended for number 18. That's Eric Haley. And Eric couldn't hang on.
Well, Cherry Creek is thinking, hey, our defense has done a great job keeping them out of the end zone twice. We've got a little over 30 seconds here to play with. We're going to go out and try to see if we can get something on the board.
But keep in mind, Rich, if they drove down the field, didn't get in the end zone, tried a field goal, they're kicking right into the wind. So the field's a little longer right now for them than it otherwise would be.
Very true. So they'd really have to get it really pretty close to get a field goal.
Strain to throw again. Look out, Ryan. Ryan escapes, and down he goes.
Looked like
John Hawk, number 58, finally got him, Reggie, as Ryan was trying to walk the tightrope and find a hole, and there wasn't one.
He looked like Houdini there for a moment. He broke a couple of tackles, but keep dancing around. He couldn't break them all.
I think Cherry Creek would be wise, and I think they will now, to simply let the half expire. And that's exactly the situation, as Ryan Strain was sacked on the play, and we have come to halftime, and Mullen, without their tremendous tight end and H-back, Bo Scaife, bidding for their first large school championship. Mullen,
fortunate it's only 9.